some social media real quick. Man, that's loud.
I was getting out there just doing whatever. Sport mode, normal mode, swapping mode. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm going up now. I'm just watching the battery deplete. I still run my batteries that don't charge fully. I'm just like, all right, I just have less time now. I was looking at before a bit closer because of that spin angle. They say it said that they did that for content creators to have a better post of image. It fits to how you put a post on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, to how you put a post on Instagram. So, in the range, I watched. That's what I did. I watched the range test on the thing. I was like, wow, okay, fuck out of here. The mini, the mini can, and I was short for that. He was 4 mile, 4.5 miles he arrived. He did the better battery. I don't remember what he arrived to an hour. Because by that point I was kind of disinterested. But I was impressed. Mini, to which my mini to this day has not seen 100.3 brightness. I swear to God, when I bought it, I just was lights up, the little hub. That was it. That was I don't know. Goes from LEDs on some shit, and I'll buy it. But to do the FPV, like, oh yeah, no, look at this. And for that, it's just the sound. Oh, that's cool. You do any tricks with that? I haven't even flown it once. I feel like one of the collectors from back in our days, yeah, that true collectors. I got that, yeah. Still in the package. Wait, you have the Lamborghini? You have a dream? You haven't done anything with it, right? Ah, I like it. I like it. I just, I'm a collector. I'll buy another one and use that a few times. I remember running into some collectors like that, and I was like, wow, that must be the fucking life. You got shit and don't fuck with it? I, I'm there. I'm there. It's not the same completely, but I'm there. Dustin Dunlap does the best range tests. Yeah, he was speaking on the OcuSync 4. Try that out. Enough of this in the mountain stuff. While I'm in the mountains, there's city aspect here too. It's not the biggest city at all. It is one of the top 10 smallest. So there shouldn't be interference. See, he did his entire thing. He took off from an elevated area in the mountains. In the woods, he just went straight out. Kept connection with it. I want to see that same line of connectivity, no problem with transmission, no glitching, no loss of UAV, hold up, Google interference, all that shit. No, 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 no. I want to see that same quality way up in the mountains, down here below the interference, since it's not running on Wi-Fi, which going back to the days of Virgin Galactic, I was impressed by it. So impressed. Kind of pushed the Ibarra out the way. And especially since I saw the con of the Ibarra was like peanut ball. That's another level. If you bank or turn too quick as to go into curvature at a high speed, it will lose itself and ground itself. It'll fall out the sky. This ain't good. Yeah, maybe you can roll cage, you can flip it back, it does the turtle rock shit. That's now I'm not trying to say nothing, but a lot of us we are drawing an upper lip. You know, a lot of us have lips that look like this. And then we go ahead and we draw a line on top of here, and then we put, different gloss and different things to make our upper lip bigger than what it is. What I'm here to tell you is that I can still see your original lip. I still see it. I can still see it. So I ask that we leave our lips alone. Oh. Now,
The Israeli army, which I like to refer to as one of the best trained, best equipped, best fed terrorist organizations in the world. And yes, they have generals and they have nice uniforms, but their entire purpose is terrorism. And just as one example, I'll give you one example. Almost exactly 4 years ago, as Israel began its attack on Gaza, September the 27th, 2008, at 11:25 in the morning, what I refer to as the most shameful day in the Jewish history, the most shameful day in the history of the Jewish people. Israel began carpet bombing Gaza, and on the first day of what was to be a 21-day attack, they dropped 100 tons of bombs. Okay, a 1-ton bomb will decimate an entire city block. Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world. 800,000 children live in Gaza. 11:25 is exactly the time when the morning school shift and the afternoon school shift change. So all the kids are in the streets. All the children are on the streets. That was the moment decided by the decision makers in Israel to begin the attack. This was the first day of a 21-day slaughter. But the Israeli army, which I like to refer to as one of the best trained, best equipped, best fed terrorist organizations in the world. And yes, they have generals and they have nice uniforms, but their entire purpose is terrorism. And just as one example, I'll give you one example. Almost exactly 4 years ago, as Israel began its attack on Gaza, September the 27th, 2008, at 11:25 in the morning, what I refer to as the most shameful day in the Jewish history, the most shameful day in the
now I'm not.
So pretty. Wait, hold on. Okay. I really love my hair. Wait, Melissa, come on, Melissa. Okay. Come on. I want to be in it. It's so pretty. Oh, wait. I got it. Pretty. Yeah. So pretty. Wait, hold on. Okay. I really love my hair. Wait, Melissa.
If I had one thing to say to artists is to be patient and to enter the ignorance of what you. If I had one thing to say, if I had.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, good morning, guys. How's it going? So we started a new canvas yesterday. Trying to get back into the swing of things. After doing these two very extensive reader series, so I have a show on Friday, and I wanted this painting and the other from the reader series to be in this show. And I kind of knew that if I did too much at one time, I probably wouldn't have had enough time to get this one completed. But now that all of the last two for the reader series are done, I started another series. And so I'm trying to prep a couple of canvases before I actually really get into this next series. And once again, this is a question I get a lot from people is how do you produce so much art? So my main thing that I do is I start several paintings at once, and I keep them in rotation. And so you're never sitting, especially if you work with oils like I do. So you're never actually sitting waiting for a painting to dry so you can progress on it. You just move to the next painting. And so I have two underpaintings prepared. So this underpainting, I'm almost certain it should be about completely dry now. Let's give it the old finger test. You see, I tested it last time. It was still kind of wet, so look at that. Nice and dry. So I think this was like the last area. No, actually, I think I painted this corner last. Let's give the old test. Nice and dry. So that's ready to start being detailed. I finished this underpainting a couple of days ago, so there may be some. It's a little tacky, but it's not pulling up there. Nope. Nope. A little bit there. So that's still a little wet. You can see in some areas. Um, but it's mostly dry. But still a little wet. Um, and so now I'll prep this canvas, get the underpainting on here, and this will allow me to work for at least the next 2 or 3 months without actually having to start a new canvas. I can just keep these 3 pieces in rotation. And so yeah, that's my little secret. How do I finish so many pieces? How do I paint so much? I don't work on one painting at a time. I normally try to stage at least 2 or 3 paintings. So this is the reference. I don't know if people are gonna understand this. I've been trying to explain it slowly since I started like talking about this series. So once again, I don't know if people get it or they don't understand it, but I used AI to help with these images. But at the same time, I took 3 different images that I generated using AI to make this one image, and I like it. I think it. I think it's definitely along the lines of the story I'm trying to tell. So, like I say, we sketched up our canvas yesterday. So the next thing is I want to outline this. Um, get some black acrylic paint and outline it, and then um, oh yeah, I'm on YouTube too. Wanna be Phil, just chilling. Yo, what's good, man? Yeah, me and Wanna Be Phil. are chilling in YouTube. So I tell everybody on Instagram too, if you guys want to go over to YouTube, it just looks better over there sometimes. Oh, hold on, I was saying if somebody wanted to come in. At least, did you want to? My bad, I didn't see that to start with. What? Like I said, I think like the next thing I need to do is just outline this, which may take a little minute, actually. Yo, it has been a while, bro. My bag, I was talking on Instagram. Hey, good morning. Hey, Elise, I wasn't sure if you did you request to come in earlier?
Yes. I actually I have a question. How you doing first?
I'm doing good.
Okay. I have a question. Are you on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, I was looking at somebody. Let me show you something right quick. I won't hold you. Hold on 1 second. I'm not through with it. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
I did that from my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Thank you. Well, I'll look at some more artists on YouTube, but I'm not going to keep it. I just wanted I could tune you on my YouTube.
Oh, you got a YouTube channel?
What you say, Prince?
You say you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't have, you see right there, I'm looking at somebody else on YouTube, but I just wanted you to have YouTube.
Oh yeah, I got a YouTube channel.
Okay. All right. I just want to know your art look nice.
Yeah, sure.
I was thinking about you this morning, yesterday, about your art, and I said I want to just click in and tell you about your art. You're getting better. I'm working on mine a lot too.
I sure appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, if you, I just say if you're sitting around watching YouTube, you can tune into my channel now. I'll be in here for a little while.
Okay, you say you have a show. Where is your show?
On Friday.
Is that gonna be on YouTube?
I might get some footage of it and put it on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll probably go live from Instagram for a little while and live from Facebook for a little while, and then if
Okay, I'll check it out.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get better at my own stuff, but I've come a long way though.
I know. I see. I love your stuff.
We say Prince.
I really like your stuff. You're really good.
Thank you. A lot of people say, "Wow, I don't do something weird," but I don't know. One artist said, you can't be like other artists, but that's true too. But I'm just gonna try to be myself.
That's all you can do.
Okay, but I won't keep you.
All right. Yeah. Check out my YouTube channel. I'm on right now.
Okay, I had this algae that was my animals. I have algae bad, but what part of United States you stay in?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'm in Georgia. This weather crazy down here.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So my plan for today is to hand purple, blue, peace, face purple, smiling, tears. What? What kind of prompt is that? That should sound weird. Anyway, my goal for today is to at least prep this canvas, and after I prep this canvas, I want to actually start taking art off the walls today. I have Wednesday is my drop off date, and so I'm off today. I work tomorrow, and tomorrow is one of my longer days because I do the after school program tomorrow. So I definitely won't have a lot of time in the evening tomorrow. So I figured that today would be the best day to get all this stuff organized. So yeah, I'll be taking all the art off the walls today. So if I'm not mistaken, the list that I put together was about 35 pieces. So it'll take a while, and it'll be a lot of up and down, but we'll get there. And like I was saying earlier, I am currently on Instagram. I'm currently live on YouTube. So if you guys want to check me out, you can definitely click over to the YouTube channel. Peace.
done with this wandering life.
I brought up names like Cam, Nelly. Cameron because he had a hot single. The album to me is garbage, and that's how I feel. Rappers are scared to talk about these things, and the radio stations get paid to play these records over and over. The album's garbage. I'm saying step up your pen game. Noriega. I like Nori, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's really not taking this game serious enough. He's more talented than that. Who am I to decide? Who am I to say something? I'm a human being with opinion. Nelly, he made remarks about KRS-One. To me, it's outrageous. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know what's got to me. But one thing is I love music too much, and I was trying to stay real to it because the way it is now, there's no direction. The radio station, Angie Martinez makes records and really disgraces hip-hop music. Flex is on the air with a Mac. His voice is nasty. He's taking money under the table. I'm not having it. You want to play a new Nas record, you gotta pay me. As a real man, I'm not gonna promote any violence. I'm not gonna, ask for any harm to be done to Flex. So, I was outraged, I was angry, and I'm man enough to say I really don't want nothing to happen to him because he's not fit for it. He's not built for it.
Where the hell is my damn?
He's just a mouth that gets paid to do whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, he's mixing in gay clubs. Now he's mixing on Hot 97. Well, to each his own, but what I'm saying is he's not built to be in that position. I brought up names like, Cam, Nelly. Cam because he had a hot single. The album to me is garbage, and that's how I feel. Rappers are scared to talk about these things, and the radio stations get paid to play these records over and over. The album's garbage. I'm saying.
Yo, why can't I find my palette? What the hell? This is weird. Where the hell is my palette? For real though.
He's more talented than that. Who am I to decide? Who am I to say something? I'm a human being with opinions. Nelly, he made remarks about KRS-One. To me, it's outrageous. I don't know why I'm saying this. I
couldn't see this motherfucker all the way over here.
One thing is I love the music too much, and I'm trying to stay real to it because the way it is now, there's no direction. The radio station, Angie Martinez makes records. It really disgraces hip-hop music. Flex is on the air with a his voice is nasty. He's taking money under the table. I'm not having it. You want to play a new Nas record, you gotta pay me. As a real man, I'm not gonna promote any violence. I'm not gonna, ask for any harm to be done to Flex. So, I was out.
I remastered GTA San Andreas because Rockstar kind of failed. Bruh. And some of the clips legit look like real life. The foliage is what carries it for me. Photorealistic trees, bushes, it just makes it feel so much more alive. Like if we zoom into the detail, man, it just looks crazy. And I even made CJ realistic. I mean, let me know if it even looks like CJ. I remastered GTA San Andreas because Rockstar kind of failed. Bruh. And some of the clips legit look like real life. The foliage is what carries it for me. Photorealistic trees, bushes, it just makes it feel so much more alive. If you zoom into the detail, man, it just looks crazy. And I even made CJ realistic. I mean, let me know if it even looks like CJ. I remastered GTA San Andreas because Rockstar kind of failed. Bruh. And some of the clips legit look...
Are you ready?
Oh my God!
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens. Save on essentials and more only at Walgreens.
We go again. This is what the remaster should have looked like. But instead, we got one of the worst remasters ever made. Buggy, bad graphics, full of memes, and it's all because Rockstar decided to hire Grove Street Games, a development team of only 25 people. And after the mistake, Rockstar allegedly kicked them off of the project. So San Andreas needs saving. And I'm gonna step in and make the concept remaster that we should have gotten. But first, we need to fix CJ. Bro is just straight up broken in game, and honestly, it doesn't even look that much different from the original game. Huh? So I hopped into my 3D software Blender to start sculpting a new and completely reimagined version of CJ. Now, when I started, this dude looked nothing like CJ, so I had to constantly stare at two.
Is it girl? Is it dog? Is it cat? Is it mouse? No. These Miyojis have been taken by cheese, the actual cheese. There's cheese there, aghast, with her long arms dribbling downwards. Oh no! Let's look who's setting the next one. You won't believe it. It's only cheese doing a little bit of Zen relaxation, as cheese does. Classic cheese. But look at this one. Another Miyoji here by cheese. And what's she doing? She's pointing at the website where you can get involved in sending Miyojis of yourself, cocker. Why not go over to the HQ website, find the Miyoji section, and send in pictures of you doing fantastic faces. Tell us what you're up to, and we may just show them on the telly. But right now, here's brand new boy, girl, dog, cat, mouse, cheese.
Introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children. Introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job by saying I won't do it unless you give me a husband for my children. Introduced the black father to this country. There never had been one in the whole of the country. And I risk my job.
You're Mickey Mouse. Yes. I've often gotten like, well, my dad can do that, or my grandpa can do that too. But the majority of times when I'm like, hiya, pal, Mickey Mouse here, people go, you know, especially if especially if they have kids, you know, and they're watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in the morning, or they've gone to Disneyland recently, then they kind of, it clicks for them. Thank you, Brad. So long. You're Mickey Mouse. Yes. I've often gotten like, well, my dad can do that, or my grandpa can do that too. But
to you, which English accent sounds funny or weird?
I think the way Russians speak, I mean the people, those who have their language as Russian or French, those are the weirdest English-speaking people around. Seriously.
My brother has been in Australia and his accent is literally funny. For me, Australian accent is, I really don't understand any of it.
Not because of the accent, maybe because of the wrong grammatical use. I find Chinese English quite funny because they don't use the proper, grammatical things.
Chinese. I must say Chinese. They even don't pronounce it very well. Their lips even don't open for that.
Watch the fan check it back.
back and he actually hits Stan with the ball as he's rounded second. What an arm! Sign him up. Watch.
Yo, you just cannot make this shit up. Yo, you just cannot make this shit up. Watch this video.
I hate my wife, but I may never get a chance to divorce her. Before you jump down my throat, let me give some backstory to this situation. I, 28 male, have my wife, Amber, 28 female, and we've been married for the last 10 years. Today, I woke up in the morning, grabbed her out of bed, showered her, wiped her ass, fed her, and then sat her inside of her favorite chair with her favorite show playing. My wife, for all intents and purposes, is a shell, a body of the person that she used to be. A year and a half ago, my wife got into a tragic car accident. She got hit in a T-bone collision going 75 while running a red light. I stopped loving my wife 2 months ago. And I know you might be thinking, it was because she was in a vegetable state. No, that was not it. I still love my wife inside of that state and took care of her every single day. I still take care of her every single day. Okay. The reason I hate my wife was because of what I found in her phone. I was going to do a collage of our relationship and put it inside of our room to show how commemorative we are together. All the trips we took together, all the places we have been, everything we have visited on my dime because I loved her and I cared for her and I wanted her to have the best things in the world. Well, when I went into her phone, I kind of saw some messages from the exact day of the accident. It pretty much was, hurry up. Where are you? I need you. Right now. I'm on the way. I love you. I had trouble getting away from him. Who's him? I'm him. I looked at the phone and I was shocked. I've never seen this name before, but after scrolling through the messages, I saw pictures, I saw videos, I saw things that I couldn't even get her to do with me. In Barbados, I couldn't even get her to do with me. In Japan, I'm sitting there like, wait, we went all over the world, and you did this next door? You did this down the street? You did this a block away? Okay, this is ridiculous. So I had to see who the man was. I had to find him. I had to know who was this great man. And I went to his page, and I saw he was inside of a relationship. He got into a relationship 2 days after my wife's accident, after the lady that he was smashing on got put into a military situation, got vegetabilized. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Somebody that loved you with all of their heart, that will take care of you every single day while you're sick, you don't love, you're not there for, you won't do these things for, but somebody that will leave you 2 days after your accident, somebody that won't give a second fuck if you're okay after your accident, that's the person you love. So you know what her favorite show is? Every single day, I sit her down in front of the TV and I show her that he didn't give a fuck about her. And I make her watch as he... Hey, listen, follow for more reaction video. What are some things that you feel like I should look out for? You know, coming into the game. Like, you've been...
Yo, you just cannot make this shit up. Watch this video.
I hate my wife, but I may never get a chance to divorce her. Before you jump down my throat, let me give some backstory to this situation. I, 28 male, have my wife, Amber, 28 female, and we've been married for the last 10 years. Today, I woke up in the morning, grabbed her out of bed, showered her.
Everybody's so creative. You ever thought about making something to have everybody heads turning at the table to where they probably won't talk the whole meal after they see it? Here's something. Get yourself some boneless chicken breasts and slice them down. And then you want to line a mask. Yes, an old mask you had. Or go in your children's closet and see if they have anything left from Halloween. And then you want to layer those chicken breasts right down in that mask. And then put cheese in the middle. See how that looks? Now put it in the freezer for 15 days or however long it takes to freeze up to get that mask shape. Now get yourself some McCain smiley face and put them on a baking sheet. This will make your dinner come out really, really quick. Because you don't have to do the work of peeling those dirty potatoes. Now put it in the oven as long as you want, depending on if you want it to look burnt or crunchy, or if you like it golden brown. It doesn't matter however you like it. Now put some Parmesan cheese on it in a pan that's on low heat and put it in the shape of something you've probably seen before. I've seen it, but I'm not quite sure where I've seen it. See that symbol? Now, you get yourself some Parmesan cheese along with paprika and wrap it right around that symbol. See how it looks like fire? And it's getting a little scary? I'm a little afraid of that mask. Oh, see how a child, if they were around, they probably would run real fast from the table, but you don't have to because you're an adult. Now you put flour over top of that. See how it reminds you of the movie The Mask? Oh, or maybe Silence of the Lambs? I'm getting a little confused here. Now you put yourself some egg right on top of that scary mask, and you want to drench it in some breadcrumbs. See how I'm getting a little scared, but I'm an adult and I gotta pull it together. Look how that looks. It looks like something probably hanging on the walls in some sort of museum. Now you want to put it in 799-degree oil for 65 days or until it looks burnt or crunchy or golden brown like this. See how it looks good and not as scary as it did at first? Oh, I probably could deal with this. Now you want to put it on the table and assemble it around all your guests to make them think you really know what you're doing. Put some mozzarella cheese on there. Why? Because it ain't going to slide down easy if it ain't cheesy. Now you want to decorate it with all sorts of little smushed up roasted tomatoes. See how the mouth looks all scary? Like it's saying, ooh, 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 ooh. And it looks kind of like the horns is coming out. And I probably want to stop talking about this because I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm going to keep going. See, now you want to dump paprika all over there because you just want to make it red. And I'm not sure why. Probably because it looks a little scarier than it did when it came out the other way. Now it's getting different. Now it's looking different to the eye and making me sort of want to cry. But I'm not. It makes me want to cry, but I'm not. See how I pulled it together and now they're making it happen to the smaller ones too? See how it started off happy and now it's getting a little sad? Uh-oh. Put ketchup in the eyes for the ones that love.
Mathematics, there's only 9 numbers in the universe. 9 numbers. 10 is actually 1 plus 0, that's what? Zeros are placeholders. That's a man-made creation. Creator's language is math. There's only 9 numbers in the universe. 1 through 9. The numbers have a resonance, a frequency, a deep sacred geometry. And that this 3, 6s, and 9s is special. Very special. Who said that? How about last century's greatest genius? Not Einstein, Nikola Tesla. Tesla taught his students John Keely and Will Wright and others. If you imagine only the powers of the 3, 6s, and 9s, it would be a completely different universe. Not just world, universe, said Tesla. The alphabet numbers, the alphanumerics of the English language, 1 through 26. Well, we talked about earlier, there's only 9 numbers, so you've got to use the Pythagorean dismissal method of reducing the double digits into the single digit integers. So, take 1 through 9, 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1, 11 1 plus 0 is 2, 1 through 9, 1 through 9, 1 through 8. And you get the words faith, trust, and God. Oh, wow, isn't that interesting? He noted. They're all 8s, the infinity sign, God's number. 9 is completion. Now you might say, oh, well, that's nothing fancy. There's nothing, it's just interesting, but it doesn't prove anything. Here you go. In the Bible, the Creator never adds or subtracts, always multiplies. So you take the multiples of 8s. 1 times 8 equals 8, 2 times 8 equals 16, or 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 times 8 equals 24, or 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 times 8 equals 32, or 3 plus 2 is 5. Suddenly, eureka! You have a 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 6, 9, countdown pattern. Perfect. The English language in reverse. There's a reversal here. Mathematical to language, alphabet. But interesting, when you then see, you take the English alphabet backwards to the English alphabet forwards, add them together, 8 plus 1 is 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, 6 plus 3 is 9, 5 plus 4 is 9, it's only 9. That means it's perfect. Math never lies. That's why it's God's language. 1 and 1 is always 2 unless you're a cheater, right? But what's fascinating and definitive is that you see that the English language that we're speaking today is laid out perfectly, mathematically, but backwards. Now you begin to see that there are sacred people spoke those languages, there was a resonance of basic fundamental mathematics, a musical resonance in the voices, in the communications. People were singing together, not just speaking. And that when they did that, it had this communion, interpersonal communication, communion from the hearts. And it had this uplift, spiritual, this blessing, anointing coming from the Creator so that we could be in communion. This whole process of pulling it down and together and being blessed with that flow of community and communication for divine communion, ultimately, the expression of divine in each of us. So this is what we realize. You read Hebrew from right to left. You read English from left to right. Flipped, reversal. Now, this is absolutely certain. I showed you, for example, that X's are sixes. X's are sixes. So, to show you how this truth is infiltrated into our culture by design, not mistake, and that the global industrialists who have done that are still using it, and we see it, but we don't see it. We see it all the time, but we don't know it. Here's some examples. This is, I actually went in the air, decoded the Illuminati's codes. That you see in their logos. You see them all. I'll give you some examples. X's are sixes. So are O's. American Idol. Which my family adores. I do too. Idol worship is on Fox. F-O-X. 666. But that's not where it ends. It's infiltrated completely into our culture. You sign your letters at the right points. X's and O's are X's and O's. You're writing 6666666.
Solution.
When you play tic-tac-toe, board X's and O's. At the end of the game, you got 6666666.
Damn, not saying I unfriended your ass, nigga. Jeez. I'm gonna take a bathroom break real quick.
reference photos to make this as accurate as possible. But thankfully the sponsor of the video, Opera GX, kept me occupied. Because on a normal browser, I'd just be bored scrolling through images, but with Opera's GX Mods feature, every time I type, it sounds like this. With GX Mods, the whole browser can be customized to legit anything I want. All it takes is a couple clicks and I got an animated wallpaper, sound effects when I open and close tabs. I mean, you can even add background music like it's a Fortnite lobby. They even have a store so you can just download other people's mods. Still to this day though, the most game-changing feature for me is the sidebar apps. You've got all the necessary social medias and even Twitch so you can quickly check out who's streaming and get notifications. But as if that wasn't enough, you got TikTok. Like, come on. You guys can use my link down below to download Opera GX, and only with my link, if you guys head over to the GX Corner, you can see my latest 12 videos I've uploaded, which is super cool of them to set up for me. But besides just seeing my videos in the GX Corner, it's also updated with free games you can play with the boys, some new games dropping soon, and even shows games that are on sale. And to make the switch super easy, the quick import tool allows you to import all your bookmarks, cookies, and questionable history with literally like 3 clicks. Opera GX is packed with so many more features, so go and check it out. Thanks, Opera GX. But after 3 hours of sculpting CJ, I finally hit that render button and my heart dropped to the floor because I realized I accidentally made the off-brand Dr. Perky version. It's not often that I feel defeated in these videos, but man, words cannot describe how Walmart this was. But thankfully, I had a backup plan. See, while the off-brand CJ looked nothing like the original, I was still able to nail the shape pretty good. It was just the eyes, the hair, and the textures that were really bad. So I took that head model and input it into Epic Games software called MetaHuman. And it literally saved the day. Now, I'm not trying to act like it's a perfect recreation, because it's not, but considering his face has more than 5 polygons and he actually looks super realistic, I'll take it. Let me know what you guys think, if this actually looks like CJ, because I've stared at this dude's face for so long now, I can't even tell. The good thing is though, is you only ever see CJ from the back. Is all the time I'm gonna give myself to remaster Grove Street. And it's in dire need of a refresh. There's legit holes in the buildings, objects don't even line up, there's texture issues, bushes ignoring the space-time continuum, and this one takes the cake. It's a window to a house that leads to the freaking quantum realm. Like, the proportions don't even make sense here. Hey honey, I'm home. It was a long day. Who the frick thought this was a good idea, bro? Like, and every single window is like that. I mean, how you gonna name yourself Grove Street Games if you can't even make Grove Street? That's what I'm saying. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to building Grove Street piece by piece. I spent day 1 recreating the whole entire layout. And to make it as accurate as possible, I literally had the game open, running the whole time, just tabbing in and out, making sure every tree, every street lamp, utility pole was in the exact same spot. Even this car model that literally costed $68 just because it looks similar to the original. It's all looking so good, but I lied. All of that actually took 3 days, which, kind of hurts. 4 days in and 10 houses to make, I definitely had to speed it up. So the first house to remaster was CJ's. For some reason, whenever I look at this house, it looks like someone stretched the whole thing in Photoshop. So I decided to make the house a more realistic shape, and that decision, along with just straight up high quality textures, gives the house a much needed makeover. Combine that with a couple hours of work, we'll take a house that looks like this and turn it into this. The detail just turned out insane. Just don't go inside though. I mean, no, don't. I'm just a dude. I'm doing this in 7 days.
Look at my face, not my feet. What about my body?
If I have extra time at the end, I will make the interior because it definitely needs a makeover. But I just had to move on to the next house, which ended up looking like this. I just gotta say, looking at this gets me so hyped. I love doing these videos, so if you guys enjoy them as much as I do, you gotta hit that sub button. So for the next couple of days, I literally just grinded out the houses. 7. It was all coming together, looking insane, and this was by far the most time I've ever spent making just one scene. But the final thing to complete the whole entire Grove Street was to make the bridge. So I recreated that very odd and honestly unrealistic bridge shape, and I was finished. This is what the GTA San Andreas remaster should have looked like.
Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
Hey, Travis, what's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot. You guys sound really busy in there right now.
What was that?
I said you guys sound busy in there.
Oh, our mornings are always crazy.
I was wondering if you guys had a time that I can come by to get my brakes looked at.
Yeah. Let's see. Are they making a noise or something?
Yeah, well, it's weird. I'm getting a wobbly sound like when I make a turn, and the brakes are like making a light sound when I go to slow down.
You're cutting in and out of me, but I think I got what you said. Let's see. I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week.
Can we do oh wow. Thursday. Can we do Thursday?
You're cutting in and out of me. Thursday, did you say?
Hold on. I'm so sorry. I have the worst reception here.
Push the fucking back up.
Alright, so I called my mechanic. Hopefully I got some shit set up for Thursday.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice car, Smoke. Wow. I think this is my best scene yet, honestly. Even better than the GTA 6 stuff. I mean, what do you guys think? The foliage is what carries it for me. Photorealistic trees, bushes, it just makes it feel so much more alive. Like, if we zoom into the detail, man, it just looks crazy. But that being said, we can't even really compare this to the original game because, like always, this is just a rendered concept. And even with a 4090, it takes a whopping 30 seconds to render one frame. So that means that this, 5-second clip that you're looking at took 70 minutes to render, which is why these videos take so long to make. And also the reason my PC makes this noise every time I turn it on. No! Hey, and you know I couldn't leave you guys hanging, so this is what CJ's interior would look like. I found some time and made it happen for you guys. Yes, sir. Look at the texture of the paint chipping off of the wall. It just looks so good. But even though this video has been jam-packed, the mission was not over. Because I'm actually psycho and I just keep making stuff like an idiot, bro. So I present to you the remaster of the iconic meme scene.
Listen, Carl. Shoot on back. Stop 58. See you around like a donut, Carl.
Officer Pendlebury's down.
Oh, shit. Here we go again. Worst place in the world. Rockstar. Hire this man. Guys, was this a mission success? You guys are gonna have to let me know. Definitely one of my favorite projects, so I hope you guys enjoyed. But all I'm saying though is after thousands of comments, I'm finally gonna start making my own game. Guys, I'm on a mission to recreate all of Subway Surfers and make it realistic. In this series, we've done Minecraft, we've made Fortnite realistic way too much. And now it's time for arguably the most popular mobile game, Subway Surfers. And I have to be finished. So I first smoothed the characters out using a subdivision surface modifier. And the textures were also about 5 pixels, so I ran those through an AI to upscale the quality, which really helped the Subway Surfers text on the back. Like, that is way better. Then I also added some fabric texture to the clothing, and yes, I also painted some skin texture on the face, which definitely goes down as the top 10 dumbest things I've ever done. And then I just copy and pasted all of that onto Mr. Paul Blart. And now that they look more realistic, that means they can be animated.
Whoa, hey.
I don't know what that was, but hey, I think the characters turned out pretty sick. Let me know what you guys think. So next on the checklist was to start building my own Subway Surfers level. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite Subway Surfer maps are the one with the railroads going through a city. So I'm definitely going to recreate that, but I need my own twist. Heads I had snow, tails it's drier than California. Oh my God! So I hopped into Blender and started to build my own snowy map. With these kind of things, you should definitely build a reference using real images and then base it off of that. But when you have just 3 days, I don't know, I was just freestyling the whole map. I had a rough idea. I wanted 3 railroads, buildings on the side, so basically every Subway Surfers map.
I'm blocking you.
And I don't know how I managed to do it, but it was actually looking pretty sick at the end of day 1. So on day 2, I legit spent all day finishing up the level, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I would have really liked to liven the city up a little bit with some people walking, but I spent all day placing this freaking snow, bro. Whose idea was it to add this snow, man? Dude.
You mad?
Let me tell you what, I don't ever want to see snow again, dude. All day placing snow. Whose idea?
You're looking at it. You're looking at it.
And since day 2 was over, I kind of started to get a little bit worried. I only had 1 day left till Christmas, and I haven't even added the part that actually makes the Subway Surfers. Bruh. Hey, but we got a sick map though. I knew this was going to be a super long day, so I instantly got to work. It's finally time to add our custom Subway Surfers character into the level, so I downloaded all the preset character animations from Mixamo because I legit have no time. We got the running animation, jump, slide, and the start animation when Mr. Police Guy sees him. Oh, and remember that time when I made the map? Yeah, I was missing something. The obstacles that this little bro is dodging. I mean, tell me how I could fumble so hard until this point. So I set up a whole wipeout course with some coins to collect, and after 3 days of basically creating a digital paperweight, I actually made him run through the map. And I'm not gonna lie, when I added this, it was so satisfying. I realized that it was actually pretty cool. And placing that snow, you know, it wasn't that bad actually. Yeah. And although this seemed really fast, this took so many hours, and I'm just hyped that I was able to finish in time. So guys, after 15 hours of rendering 1,100 frames, here's 4K Subway Surfers with RTX on. Enjoy. And then for fun, I also made a first-person version. I think these all turned out so sick. Let me know what you guys think about them down below. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out!
Yo, Maxie. Yeah, this is unbelievably boring this morning. Like, way more boring than it normally is. I know this girl and her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. And if I ever tell you about Maxine, you're gonna say I don't know what to know. Murder, she wrote. Ooh, murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Ooh.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know? I can't. Oh my god. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
What do you think is
Power. But guess what? Since women are so promiscuous nowadays, that still means that they have standards. They're not just going to sleep with anyone. All the power goes to the top tier men. Because now all women have the same set of standards. So over 6 foot, a height preference, a race preference, and an income preference, a man of status, a charisma preference too. You want your man to be charismatic and make you feel the vibes. Only 20% of the population makes $100,000 a year. Only 15% of the population is 6 foot or above. So the stats is very low for the guys that you want. So what it does is that when a man works on himself and becomes a valuable man, he has so many options in a dating pool. So why be monogamous? I can sleep with all these girls and just enact in my natural proclivity ways. So all those men, they have all the power in the dating market because guess what? All of you ladies want those men. But that's why most women say that, oh, all men are crap. No, just those that you want, they have options and you ain't the first option. But guess what? Since women are so promiscuous nowadays, that still means that they have standards. They're not just going to sleep with anyone. All the power goes to the top tier men. Because now all women have the same set of standards. So over 6 foot, a height preference, a race preference, and an income preference, a man of status, a charisma preference too. You want your man to be charismatic and make you feel the vibes. Only 20% of the population makes $100,000 a year. Only 15% of the population is 6 foot or above. So the stats is very low for the guys that you want. So what it does is that when a man works on himself and becomes a valuable man, he has so many options in a dating pool. So why be monogamous? I can sleep with all these girls and just enact in my natural proclivity ways. So all those men, they have all the power in the dating market because guess what? All of you ladies want those men. But that's why most women say that, oh, all men are crap. No, just those that you want, they have options and you ain't the first option. Only 15. Now, all women have the same set of standards. So over 6 foot, a height preference, a race preference, and an income preference, a man of status, a charisma preference too. You want your man to be charismatic and make you feel the vibes. Only 20% of the population makes $100,000 a year. Only 15% of the population is 6 foot or above. So the stats is very low for the guys that you want. So what it does is that when a man works on himself and becomes a valuable man, he has so many options in a dating pool. So why be monogamous? I can sleep with all these girls and just enact in my natural proclivity ways. So all those men, they have all the power in the dating market because guess what? All of you ladies want those men. But that's why most women say that, oh,
Wi-Fi isn't working.
TV's out too.
We've all been deserted.
What happens next?
We're gonna be okay, right?
Wi-Fi isn't working.
TV's out too.
We've all been deserted.
What happens next?
We're gonna be okay, right?
Wi-Fi isn't working.
TV's out too.
We've all been deserted.
What happens next?
If you're a white guy in China and you speak Chinese, they get so excited. And even before I had conversational Chinese, when I could say ni hao, they were like, whoa! Oh, your Chinese is so good. Any white guy here, you could go to Beijing tomorrow, learn ni hao of Dora the Explorer. They're like, ni hao? And they'd be like, whoa! Oh, your feel guilty, you know, because we don't give a fuck when they speak English. But I'm talking about Chinese immigrants. They're coming over here, working hard to speak to us in their second language, right? Not an easy language to go from Mandarin to English, tones and tone positions, but they work hard to communicate with us. We do not reciprocate the same all. Like I'll be in Flushing Main Street, Chinese person come up to me and be like, excuse me, where's Subway? I'm never like, whoa! Oh, your English is so good. 说的英文特别好，我操我 No, just like it's over there. And you're missing a verb. Not because I'm an asshole, by the way. That's the Chinese way. They're very direct. You know, they're very abrupt. Honestly, it's the thing I miss most about China. I think a lot of Asian cultures have this. There's an abruptness. You know, we're very sensitive here these days. Everybody's offended very easily. Not a problem in China. If it's in their head, it's coming out of their mouth. If you're fat in China, they'll just be like, "Oh, you are so fat." And if you get offended, they'll be like, "Well, don't be fat. I don't understand. You know, you made yourself fat, right? They don't give a fuck." They call us La Wai, right? It means foreigner. It's not a negative term. It just means foreigner. It doesn't directly translate to foreigner, but that's what it means. You know, so if you went to China, you would be a La Wai, a foreigner. But what I've discovered is when they immigrate to the United States, they still call us La Wai. Now, you don't know when you go for Chinese food that they're calling you a La Wai. You don't know because you don't speak Chinese. But when I go for Chinese food, I'm like a spy. I'm like a balloon hovering over the restaurant. I know what they're saying about me. I catch them calling me a La Wai all the time. They'll be like, "Hey, those numbers are for the La Wai." I'll be like, "Hey, we're in America. You're the La Wai." And they'll be like, "Oh, 对。我们是La Wai, we are the La Wai, Oh, your Chinese is so good. If you're a white guy in China and you speak Chinese, they get so excited. And even before I had too many suckers and not enough time to poke a follow them with what lip on me nine. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I tried to kill, but it no get me nowhere. I just put on me gun in a belly to taste. Pick up me kids, the both of them face. Skip on the guy head kick. And that one shot no lick. Too many suckers and not enough time to poke a follow them with what lip on me nine. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I tried to kill, but it no get me nowhere. I just put on me gun in a belly to taste. Pick up me kids, the both of them face. Skip on the guy head kick. And that one shot no lick. Too many suckers and not enough time to poke a follow them with what lip on me nine. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I tried to kill, but it no get me nowhere. I just put on me gun in a belly to taste. Pick up me kids, the both of them face. Skip on the guy head kick. And that one shot no lick. Too many suckers and not enough time to poke a follow them with what lip on me nine. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I tried to kill, but it no get me nowhere. I just put on me gun in a belly to taste. Pick up me kids, the both of them face. And that one shot no lick.
Absolutely blew my mind. Check it out. So this was a video referred to me by a mentor and friend. You will not believe this. I love it. Sounds so simple and innocent, doesn't it? Keep watching, okay?
So we talked to the produce man at the store, and he said, "Well,
little bit of fun with you. You know me, I'm always studying, always reading, always learning. I love nutrition. I love our bodies. I love what God provides. God bless you all. Stay healthy and end the trend, guys. Good choices, good decisions for our body. Let thy food be thy medicine. Let's end the trend. No more poor health. Let's help each other. God bless and good night. Absolutely blew my mind. Check it out. So this was a video referred to me by a mentor and friend. You will not believe this. I love it. Sounds so simple and innocent, doesn't it? We are going to the grocery store to get some potatoes. A sweet potato. All you do is put a sweet potato in a glass of water and wait for it to grow vines. Keep watching, okay? A sweet potato. We did it for 3 weeks. Nothing happened. We took another potato and waited for 3 more weeks. Nothing happened. So we talked to the produce man at the store, and he said, well, these don't ever grow vines at the farms. They spray them with a chemical called Biden. We think what if they're organic sweet potatoes? Over a month, it finally grew these big, full vines. Wimpy. Over that time, we went to Rex Market, Rex Organic Food Market, and got a sweet potato there. It only took 1 week for it to sprout. Look at it now. I just want to take a little bite. That's crazy. There's a chemical that they put on vegetables. Look at that. They also spray like it on blueberries, carrots, onions, spinach, tomatoes, beets, and green. Did you hear what she said? Bud nip. I've never heard of this before. Bud nip goes with the whole vegetable. So washing it won't make a difference. It's also called chlorpropane. Chlorpropane can kill animals that they've tested it on. It can even cause tumors. With all of the chemicals, no wonder so many people are getting cancer. Which potato would you rather eat? Yeah. We can learn something from everybody, guys. She's brilliant, this little girl, and I'm so glad that they took the time to put that out there, because, I mean, I study stuff all the time. I had no idea. Bud nip. I'm looking it up now. Okay, anyhow.
All I'm saying is this. How about you wipe that paint off your face and then see if you still got that same confidence when you talk to them? 99% of you women won't. See, now everybody lied to themselves, but not like women. See, I met this one female out. I don't know if she was drunk or not, but she kept saying, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's go out. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have a good time. But leave that shit home. Leave the wig. Leave the makeup. Leave the eyelashes. Leave the eyeliner. Leave all that shit home. Let's go out. Let's have a good time. She wouldn't do it. But I thought you said you was a bad bitch. What you should say is, I got a badass costume on, and I would respect that more. Most women won't go to the grocery store. They won't go to the gym. They won't even walk to the mailbox without some makeup on. You must feel like you're deficient if you feel like you can't go outside without a full costume on every time you go outside. All I'm saying is this. How about you wipe that paint off your face and then see if you still got that same confidence when you talk to them? 90.
Dímelo, cabrón, ¿qué necesitas? No, I'm sorry, I'm speaking. Sorry, porque you look just like my cousin, that's why I'm speaking to you in Spanish. What do you want? Can I try the mofongo?
Un mofongo, porfa. And what is the name for the order?
Oh, my name is Carlos.
Carlos.
That's my name. This is the first time I see a black Carlos. I never seen a black Carlos before. You just said your name was Carlos. Sí, pero I'm Boricua, I'm not black. Listen, brother, you might have a little bit more seasoning to you, but if I'm black, then you black in mine. Esto está cabrón. No
sé nada de lo que está hablando. Mira, yo soy boricua por siempre. And you black, you can keep that. You might be Puerto Rican, but you black as Coke Zero, brother. Okay, here's your order, Senor Bicho. What is that? Senor Bicho, that's like, kill my brother porque, we black. Nice, we both learned this stuff today. Sí, muy bueno. Okay, mamá huevazo. Mamá huevazo en ti. Dímelo, cabrón, ¿qué necesito? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm speaking Spanish. Sorry, porque you look just like my cousin, that's why I speaking to you in Spanish. What do you want? Can I try the mofongo? Un mofongo, porfa. And what is your name for the order? Oh, my name is Carlo. Carlo? That's my name. This is the first time I see a black Carlo. I never seen a black Carlo before. You just said your name was Carlo. Sí, pero I'm Boricua, I'm not black. Listen, brother, you might have a little bit more seasoning to you, but if I'm black, then you black and mild. Esto está cabrón. No sé nada de lo que está hablando. Mira, yo soy boricua por siempre. You black, you can keep that. You might be Puerto Rican, but you black as Coke Zero, brother. Okay, here's your order, Senor Bicho. What is that? Senor Bicho, that's like, kill my brother porque, we black. Nice, we both learned this stuff today. Sí, muy bueno. Okay, mamá huevazo. Mamá huevazo en ti. Dímelo, cabrón, ¿qué necesito? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm speaking Spanish. Sorry, porque you look just like my cousin, that's why I speaking to you in Spanish. What do you want? Can I try the mofongo? Un mofongo, porfa. And what is your name for the order? Oh, my name is Carlo. Carlo? That's my name. This is the first time I see a black Carlo. What? I never seen a black Carlo before. You just said your name was Carlo. Sí, pero I'm Boricua, I'm not black. Listen, brother, you might have a little bit more seasoning to you, but if I'm black, then you black and mild. Esto está cabrón. No sé nada de lo que está hablando. Mira, yo soy boricua por siempre. You black, you can keep that. You might be Puerto Rican, but you black as Coke Zero, brother. Okay, here's your order, Senor Bicho. What is that? Senor Bicho, that's like, kill my brother porque, we black. Nice, we both learned this stuff today. Sí, muy bueno. Okay, mamá huevazo. Mamá huevazo en ti. Dímelo, cabrón.
Women are only as faithful as their past sexual partners, and men are as only as faithful as their options. So men and women play the game on two different ends, meaning that the more bodies you rack up, the harder it is for you to find genuine love and actually give that man genuine love because you already have past. You'll be comparing and contrasting with multiple other individuals based off sizes, income, height, charismaticness, and everything else. But the girl that doesn't have a whole lot past sexual partners, it's easier for her to be faithful. Girls like to be wowed, and men like to be the person to wow the girl. So think about it. A woman with a lot of past sexual partners, it's harder for her to be wowed, and it's harder for the man to wow her. You know, then you really got to get a man that's superior to the past sexual partners. So this is why I'm saying that a woman is only as faithful as her past sexual partners because the more partners she acquires, the higher the likelihood she'll disqualify more men. Women are only as faithful as their past sexual partners, and men are as only as faithful as their options. So men and women play the game on two different ends, meaning that the more bodies you rack up, the harder it is for you to find genuine love and actually give that man genuine love because you already have past. You'll be comparing and contrasting with multiple other individuals based off sizes, income, height, charismaticness, and everything else. But the girl that doesn't have a whole lot past sexual partners, it's easier for her to be faithful. Girls like to be wowed, and men like to be the person to wow the girl. So So think about it. A woman with a lot of past sexual partners, it's harder for her to be wow. And it's harder for the man to wow her. You know, you really got to get a man that's superior to the past sexual partners. So this is why I'm saying that a woman is only as faithful as her past sexual partners, because the more partners she acquires, the higher the likelihood she'll disqualify more men. Men are only as faithful as their past sexual partners.
Why did they label my country a third world country? Someone tell me why. Is it because of the community? Is it because my neighbor's child is my child? Is it because of the organic food that is so accessible and affordable and nutritious? Is it because of the multicultural kind of society that we have? Let's talk about community, by the way. Do you know that if I'm going to get married, my neighbors, my relatives, everyone concerned is going to gather around and then contribute financially, and even after contributing financially on the day of the function, of the celebration, they are going to turn up, they're going to pull up with amazing gifts that are so functional. Tell me why my country is a third world country. Do you know that we have so many languages in my country, but we still have community? I imagine if we just had one language that was unifying us, how much more community would we have? There is no way I'll go hungry when I'm in Uganda, because I know I can go to a shop and borrow something and pay back later. It's a rapport we create, that your neighbor can trust you even when you've just come to the neighborhood for the first time. Tell me why my country is a third world country. Huh? There's no one living a place for over a week and not know who my neighbor is and how they are doing. We may not be talking about Gucci, we may not be talking about Prada, we may not be talking about the latest Valentino, but I know how my neighbor is doing. Lord TBB, where am I even going? Comancina. Why is my country a third world country? I don't know if you hear me or not. The trains are shouting. What criteria did you use to label most countries that have the things that hold more value than world countries? Things that appeal to the soul. Community, organic food supply, availability for one another. What criteria did you use? I've even taken the wrong turn. Why did they label my country?
You sit there eating, but why they not eating? Come on, bro. Don't start that. Come on to y'all.
We on the island with my woman and my child, and there's no food but that one piece of meat. Who's supposed to eat it? I would ask for free. And most of the brothers would say, I'm going to get that to my baby and my woman. Well, I'm going to eat that meat. You know? And y'all sitting there on that damn, man, you going to eat me? Damn right I'm going to eat that meat. Why? Because I'm the hunter. I got to go out into that jungle. I got to go out and hunt down that animal and bring back that big piece of meat. You understand? If I'm too weak, everybody going to die. That's masculine decision. Sometimes the man is not very popular at all in his own house, because you have to make decisions that everybody will not agree with. That's masculine. We should provide our own world now. That's masculine. We should be willing to take on all responsibility. That's masculine.
You sit there eating, but why they not eating? Come on, bro. Don't start that. Come on to y'all.
We on the island with my woman.
Niggas
yourself from 1 to 10, and then think of a celebrity that matches the rating that you give yourself.
I would rate myself an 8. I would say Big Lotto. I love Lotto.
I think I say like a 7.5, 8 around there.
Name a celebrity that would
Lauren,
match you.
Lauren London is in
Lauren London.
I'm gonna say I'm an 8, and the celebrity that would match me is Tiana Taylor. There we go.
Okay, Tiana Taylor. So you're 8, and Tiana Taylor is an 8.
Just looks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 10.
Ten.
Rihanna, boy, what?
Okay.
I think Rihanna, I like Rihanna. She a 10 to me.
Okay, show of hands. Do you have niggas in your DMs that you never replied to that looks halfway decent, but you're not giving no time and attention?
4 hands, baby. Yeah.
All 4 hands.
All.
Okay. Here's the truth. None of you ladies are a 10 or an 8 or anything close to that. The reality is, a 5 is average. Because all you ladies are single. You do have good guys in your DM, but you choose not to reply to these guys because y'all all think y'all 8 and 10. Rate yourself from 1 to 10, and then think of a celebrity that matches the rating that you give yourself.
I would rate myself an 8.
Oh shit, Shaman. It's holiday season, busy all the time. Hell no. It normally is, but not this season, man. Um, Nobody ain't got money for my shit. I say people, most of the time people want gifts that are functional. And I hate to be like downplaying like fine art so much. But people, when they get a gift, they want to do something with it. A new phone, um, something that holds your phone in your car. People want perfumes that they can wear out, or a new piece of jewelry, or a watch, or some shoes that you can wear. People want gifts that they can actually do something with it. Art, you can't really do shit with art, but look at it. You just set it somewhere and you can look at it. You hang it on your wall if you want. You just get to look at it. And so it doesn't have a lot of functions other than like mental, except the mental and personal aspects of it. How does it make you feel? What does it make you think about? So nah, yeah, no, most of the time the holiday season be super busy, but not this holiday season. People don't really just got the extras. So like I've been crying broke all year. I'm still crying broke, bro. I'm like, I'm doing bad. What song is that? Is it this man say all my stars in my numerology line up for good fortune in 2024. If it pans out, we'll remember you. No, what I. Oh well, you can't. The camera can't open my phone. I don't know. I don't know. I keep getting stuck on Instagram, but somebody posted this really good picture of this. I guess it's a lady at some kind of protest, but she's holding a sign that says, "We got we got money for wars, but we can't feed the poor." Tupac Shakur, 1993. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I have to share that. But so when I shared it to my Instagram story, I had to find a Tupac track to go with it. Mm-hmm. yo, yo, motherfuckers at the gym don't be playing sometimes though. I'm gonna have to take a break from this. I gotta smoke, man. These lines, there's so many lines on this piece. And then, like I said, this is actually 3 different images in one that I combined to make one image. But damn.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, very fantastic. Touching on me bushes as a Mr. Rowe. Lover, sexy on the cover. She call me Mr. Bombastic, very fantastic. Touching on me bushes as a Mr. Rowe. Lover, sexy on the cover. She call me.
Agora tu pega na mão dela, né?
Alright, I gotta turn this fucking Instagram off. And my phone is dying anyway. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put 2 more lines on here. Then I'm gonna take a smoke break. It's almost 11. I might try to go to 11:30 or noon, but then I gotta eat lunch, and I really do need to start. I'm tired of being poor. Even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so now I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give a prop to the boys in blue. And we ain't ready to have a black president. And both black and white, smoke a crack tonight. Alright, I gotta lift it back up now. This is getting too low. Too low to the flow. No, not a man. Only his party shit. Only Tupac's party shit got all the hype for the most part. It ain't nothing but a gangsta party. And then California love. Boom, 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 boom. Come with me, Hail Mary, nigga. Like, they ran a lot of his shit. A lot of his shit got some good airplay, man. But like his deepest shit, man. The one shit everybody do know is like Brenda. Brenda's got a baby, and goddamn I forgot the name of the other song. I can't even think of it right now. But yeah, that's almost anybody who does any kind of political satire in their music, man, they don't want that shit to bump, especially if he popular and he got people listening to him. Man, let's not make that into a single. If we make that track into a single, then people are gonna want a video for it. Then people really start questioning it and everything and shit. Can't have that. Say Pac, to this day, 20-something years later, still one of the best who ever did it. And now they got Puff saying Puff had something to do with the murder. And Puff, he then tried to blow up this person's car and beat this person. And like, damn, Puff Daddy. Shit getting real for Mr. What his name? Sean Combs. After all these years, P. Diddy, remember when you said you used to wrestle Usher over Frosted Flakes when he wasn't but 10 years old? He was like my brother. He used to stay at my house when he was 10, right? And we used to wrestle in the morning. We would wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, you know? No, bro, I don't know. I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about, because That's fucking weird. It's weird on several levels, man. Mm. It's definitely weird on several levels. Definitely weird on several levels, bro. So, yeah. Let's not talk about wrestling for wrestling over fucking cereal anymore. Let me put this phone on the charger because this bitch about to die. My phone about to die. Alright, we got the phone charging. Tupac cares and ain't nobody else care. That was the other song I was looking for. Keep your head up, ooh child. Things are gonna get easier. Keep your head up, ooh child. Things are get. And Tupac cares if nobody else care. That was the other one. That was a real positive song. But like I say, they let Pac get away with a lot of stuff. The gangster shit, the positive stuff, you know. But his more political shit, where he just talk shit about government and all that, man, I don't want that shit. When he started putting that pro-Black power and Black Panther shit up in there, that's when all those tracks, we can't put them on the radio. And, you know, and Keep Your Head Up and Brenda was just a few of the positive Jones they really let go through. Like I said, that was the party and bullshit era, and everybody wanted to party and bullshit. And like I say, Pac could get down with that shit, but he can do everything. That motherfucker versatile. He can talk about everything. Whatever you want to talk about, he can talk about that shit. And you want to start talking about wars and how we funding wars overseas, but motherfuckers over here still broke and hungry and poor and homeless. We can't talk about this now. Okay, now you want to change the subject. Now we gotta talk about a different topic. That's why they shot his ass. Motherfucker about to break away and start his own label called what was the name of his label? Euthanasia or some shit like that. And he's about to hit him with the wham wham with the flip flop. He's gonna start pushing his own artists and shit. No sir, Mr. Shakur. We cannot allow you to do so. Not by any means. Alright. So, I've been here almost 3 hours, but what time is it? It's right at 11. I don't know why this fucking outline is taking so long. There's a bunch of stuff, like I'm kind of drawing stuff in as I'm going, but I don't want to draw too much in because I already see like as much of gold, just like the color palette on this thing. Like I'm gonna have to we miss you, Pac. This is true. I'm gonna just have to fucking block most of this thing in black when I start doing the underpainting. So a lot of these lines, I mean, I think I need them there, but still, like, a lot of this is just gonna be like straight black when I go to block it in. Okay. I almost cut myself. Well, I just nicked myself washing dishes. Now I got a scab in between my fingers. Like the worst place to have a fucking scab at is in between your fingers. Now it's itching a little bit. Alright. So, oh yeah. So later today, I will be taking art off the walls. I might actually do that on a live stream I might do that on Instagram and just have Instagram follow me around as I pull artwork down. Studio time, which is today, is working on this piece, taking art off the walls and getting everything organized according to size, and then I need to twist my fucking hair. There's one thing I need to do, and then damn, I felt like there was something else. I guess that is it. Monday. Damn, I'm happy I took the day off, bro, and not Wednesday like everybody else in the office did last week. Well, not everybody. There was a few of us in the office. Half the day. I think there was like 11 people in the office on Wednesday, and then most people left at noontime. Like they left at noon or 1, and so goddamn, everybody else is back at work today. I was smart. I could have took Wednesday off, but I was like, nah. Let me have 2 short weeks. So last week was a short week, and this week is a short week. But I wish this week was even shorter because I got to get my breaks done. And I got my show this week, so it's gonna be busy this week. Okay. Alright, so now it's been quiet the whole time. I really should find something to listen to. Yeah, I feel like I need to go to the bathroom. What's that? I'll be right back.
No matter what's coming, we have to live.
Huge Cyber Week deals are on at Raymore and Flanagan. Save up to $1,500 on must-have furniture. Or take advantage of financing and pay no interest for 72 months. Hurry in. Shop Raymore and Flanagan Cyber Week deals now.
Today we're taking a quick trip down memory lane and talking about 10 games that you would not believe are actually 15 years old. Whether it's for graphics or gameplay features or just the time and place. If you've been playing games for a while, some of these might catch you by surprise that they're 15 years old. We got 10 games, so let's get started off with number 10 and talk about Far Cry 2. Yes, Far Cry 2 is now officially kind of old. It actually released in 2008, and it was the big deal follow-up to the original Far Cry. This is before the Far Cry games became what they are today, kind of the formulaic open-world games where you kind of know what to expect. Far Cry 2 really was ahead of its time in a lot of gameplay concepts. The level of challenge, the level of thought really required and really put into the game and all of its elements, and also those really cool fire effects where fire would spread and things would actually burn realistically. To this day, a lot of people still think Far Cry 2 is one of the better games, specifically just because it was so creative. It was a little different. It changed the setting, it tried to make things a little bit more realistic, a little bit more engaging, and again, it was pretty ahead of its time. Still, despite being ahead of its time, it's actually roughly 15 years old now. It released in 2008, and it feels even further away when you think about it now against the current context of Far Cry games. I mean, we're on Far Cry 6 now, and Far Cry 6 is a really, really different game from what Far Cry 2 was or was even trying to be. Still, it's got a special spot in some gamers' hearts for a reason. Next, over at number 9, we have the original Portal. Yes, Portal is 15 years old. If anything, I actually feel like Portal was older than that, but yet, believe it or not, the first Portal released in October of 2007, and it was an absolutely massive deal. Valve's kind of seemingly on the surface humble, very low-key puzzler style game with portals ended up being nothing short of mind-blowing, and people were absolutely obsessed from everything with this game. The design elements, the music, the sound effects, the style, the actual challenging puzzles themselves. Portal really absolutely blew up. And it has been 15 years since that happened. Of course, a couple of years later we got Portal 2, but since then, nothing really. Little hints, little nuggets, little short things here and there, but never a full-fledged Portal sequel. At the very least, while there is no actual Portal 3, fans and the community have done a really good job making like fan kind of modded style new games that actually almost feel like genuine sequels to Portal. And I mean, we were just talking about some of them last year. So I mean, for the fact that since Portal kicked things off in 2007, now fast forward 15-ish years later to 2003, the Portal games, or really the concept of them, have some true staying power. Especially considering that first game, at least for me, it felt like it came out of nowhere. It's getting to the point where it's almost hard to remember back when it released, but yeah, it's been a while. So over at number 8, we have Killzone 2, which, believe it or not, released February of 2009, and this game was the big PlayStation 3 thing for a long time. Do you remember the early trailers for this game? The big E3 reveals of gameplay trailers that definitely looked like pre-rendered cinematics, but they were kind of being passed off as gameplay. And things were a little blurry back then. If you were smart enough, you could probably realize it wasn't gameplay, but for me, as a younger person, I was blown away by some of those trailers. Still, when the final game finally released in 2009, it still turned out to be pretty sweet. It really kind of took the original Killzone and ran with it. It was a much better game. It was a much better playing shooter with some really cool environments, some dynamic enemy encounters, and just good shit. Really cool lore, fearsome enemies, and a really interesting and unique tone that you don't really see in other first-person shooter campaigns today. Of course, things would go even crazier with Killzone 3, but Killzone 2 was the one to really break through. Where the original Killzone just kind of felt like a messy first-person PlayStation 2 game where like things weren't always really figured out the greatest back then in terms of first-person shooters. Killzone 2 really locked it down and solidified Killzone as one of the good console first-person shooter single-player campaigns. I mean, if we're talking about Killzone 2 being 15 years old, let's just talk about how long it's been since we've had a decent freaking Killzone game. They're killing me with this. Next, over at number 7, we have Skate 2, which released in 2009. It wasn't too far off from the original Skate, but we'll talk Skate 2 because it was awesome. I don't know about you guys, but Skate 3 to me is really the definitive one, but still, the fact that Skate 2 is like 15 years old is absolutely wild, because it's worth taking a look back at a time where there were just so many more extreme sports games. At this point, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games were kind of all over the place, but Skate was going pretty strong, and there's a reason why people are still clamoring for more Skate to this day. EA has said that they are making a new Skate game, and although we haven't seen too much of it, it does look pretty sweet. But man, the original Skate and Skate 2, to be honest, don't really feel like they're 15 years old. I mean, Skate 2 visually looks alright, and it's worth pointing out that they just like really cranked out 3 Skate games in a pretty short period of time. But it's a franchise where, like, looking back, it seems like it's a newer franchise. It's actually getting pretty long in the teeth. Long in the tooth? I don't even really know what that phrase means, but I'm just saying it. It's old now. Next, over at number 6, Crysis, believe it or not, is pretty old. It released in November 2007. And actually, going back to that original game, not the remastered or like remade one, the original game, it's pretty rough, dude. It's nowhere near as fun as we remember it being. It looks okay still, but this is a game that, like that original version, now feels kind of old. But it's crazy to think about, because at the time it released in 2007, November to be exact, this thing was on the cutting edge. We've talked so many times before about the meme of can it run Crysis, and how everyone's PCs really struggled to handle this beast of a game. This beast that now, in hindsight, doesn't look that impressive. But still, sometimes if you catch it at the right light, or again, like the remastered, remade ones, it does still look really impressive. To think that that was 15 years ago is really wild. While Crysis 1 had the visuals, Crysis 2 and 3 really ran with the whole gameplay concepts. And it's funny that we're talking about Crysis being 15 years old, because there is a Crysis 4 in the works. I mean, do we think we're going to see it in 2023? We don't know. We hope so. But something is in the works, and we're curious to see if it's going to feel as much of a leap as the original Crysis was 15 long years ago. Next, over at number 5, the original Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, released in March of 2007. This was a big game, specifically for PC players, because it was kind of like a one-of-a-kind first-person shooter with good, solid survival horror elements in a post-apocalyptic setting. The story was completely non-linear. It had a bunch of cool RPG stuff to it, and it just felt like good old-fashioned PC immersive sim gameplay, but with a dash of good old survival horror and post-apocalypticness. It was like just the perfect formula to really nail it and win the hearts of many PC players. But it's been so long. 2007 was a long time ago. Thankfully, these games have continued to have a lot of life, a lot of legs, specifically not only because they're making a new game in the series, hopefully we're going to see this year or in 2024, but also because mods, like even just publishing this year, have made this game look absolutely incredible. I mean, check out this on screen here from YouTuber Sidorovich Jr. This is Stalker with mods that make it look absolutely insane. This is Stalker Anomaly, and it's in 4K with a bunch of mods, and it looks like something else. It really holds up, and the best part is that a lot of the gameplay elements, a lot of the RPG systems also still hold up to this day. If you've never played a Stalker game, but you're looking forward to the new one, and you're a PC player, even if you're new to PC gaming, you should jump into one of these, mods or not, because even though it's 15 years old, it's pretty damn cool.
This is not just one-hour delivery. This is help with the holidays, right in your neighborhood. Walgreens.
Detecta esto. Viviendo con VIH vi que podía mantenerme indetectable con menos medicinas. Por eso cambié a Dovato.
Dovato es para algunos adultos que están comenzando el tratamiento para el VIH-1 o que están reemplazando su tratamiento actual para el VIH-1.
Detecta esto. Ninguna otra pastilla completa para el VIH usa menos medicinas para ayudar a mantenerte indetectable que Dovato.
No tomes Dovato si eres alérgico a sus ingredientes o si tomas Dofetilide. Tomar Dovato con Dofetilide puede causar efectos secundarios graves o mortales. La hepatitis B puede volverse más difícil de tratar mientras tomes Dovato. No dejes de tomar Dovato sin consultar a tu médico, ya que la hepatitis B puede empeorar o ser mortal. Pueden presentarse efectos secundarios graves o mortales, que incluyen reacciones alérgicas, acumulación de ácido láctico y problemas de hígado. Si tienes una erupción cutánea y otros síntomas de reacción alérgica, deja de tomar Dovato y busca atención médica de inmediato. Informa a tu médico si tienes problemas de riñón o hígado. O si puedes estar o planeas quedar embarazada. Dovato puede ser perjudicial para tu bebé en gestación. Usa anticonceptivos efectivos mientras tomes Dovato. No amamantes.
And next over at number 4, it's a little older than 15 years, but it's still worth giving props to Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is very significant because it's a Half-Life game, and it's absolutely incredible, but also the fact that it was very ahead of its time with a lot of its physics systems. This game had so many objects that you could pick up and manipulate, and they all behaved and felt like real-world objects. A lot of this also translated over to puzzles, which involved you using these real-world objects to manipulate things and open a door or get access to something in the game. It was incredibly creative and really, really cool, and there was nothing else like it at the time. And to this day, Half-Life 2 continues to kick ass. From modders to people putting it in VR, to people recreating it, to people changing it, tweaking, I mean, even building entirely new games from it. Half-Life 2 has done a lot in more than 15 years. It's worth pointing out that it released November of 2004, but it didn't just release and it was a great game and everyone played it and everybody loved it. No, this game continued to live and just kind of spread its tendrils throughout gaming and internet culture. And you love to see it because Gordon Freeman rules. End of story. Next over at number 3, we're pushing this one a little bit, but in 2009, we had Batman Arkham Asylum. Yeah, Arkham Asylum, the original Batman Arkham game, is getting up there in years. It was a very interesting time for this game releasing because the past few Batman games before this just kind of felt like licensed, crappy games. I mean, the Batman Begins game was okay, but really, Batman and comic book games didn't have a lot going for them, and then Arkham Asylum came out of nowhere and was absolutely incredible. The reviews were great, the hype was there, people ran out and got it, and it turned out the reviews were correct, the game was awesome, and it set the stage for the future of Batman games. And it influenced game design going forward. The combat system, the way it embraced Metroidvania stuff and kind of molded that into a Batman framework was just so cool, and so many other games and franchises tried to take that combat formula and apply it in new and interesting ways. And Rocksteady would go on and make a bunch of other awesome Batman Arkham games, and now who knows what they're doing next with the Suicide Squad game, but Batman Arkham Asylum, when that released, man, what a time. You just had to be there. The excitement, the anticipation for a new Batman game, something that was completely new and fresh and different, a different look at the character, and again with Kevin Conroy voicing, and for it to kind of actually be good was just so great. Next, over at number 2, we have Mirror's Edge, which released in 2008. It's a really long time ago, and it feels, to me, like this game just came out. Also, when you look at it, visually, it still holds up fairly well. Maybe not resolution-wise or like some things here and there, but I think it was just a testament to how the game was designed, with everything being pretty clean and minimalist and simple, that really helps it stand the test of time. Still, I mean, man, the fact that it's like 15 years old is wild. And it's a shame that we haven't seen too much more from Mirror's Edge. I mean, we got the sequel, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, a couple of years later, but that was really it. If anything, the original Mirror's Edge, for its flaws and all, was incredibly revolutionary. Just a really cool concept, and just how it took parkour, free-running gameplay, and applied it to first person. Now, in 2023, there are some games that maybe have done it better, but none of them really have that distinct, weird, cool feel that the original Mirror's Edge had.
Sleep on your side. I bet you hate your pillow, and this is why. They might be as fluffy as a cloud, but they just don't support your head. So you double up on pillows. You fold them in half, you sleep on your arm, or you just resign yourself to a misery.
Now down to number 1, Grand Theft Auto 4, believe it or not, released April of 2008. This game has been around the block, and when you look at it to this day, I mean, yeah, it's rough around the edges, but 15 years old, I wouldn't think that right off the bat, considering the Liberty City they built up here, incredibly inspired by New York, is absolutely stunning to see in motion still to this day, from the level of detail to the creativity and interpretation of the different neighborhoods and vibes to the NPCs on the streets. Everything about this game was really ahead of its time. They were on overdrive when they built the world of Liberty City here. Then, of course, the physics, characters getting shot, characters falling downstairs, the weight of Nico as he runs, jumps, climbs, all of that was way ahead of its time, and it's another game that went on to live for a long time. Modders and all types of creative people are keeping this game alive to this day and making it look better and better. It's absolutely downright stunning sometimes when modders get all the right things going. Even though the Windows version is like really jacked up on a base level, people have done some great things, and Grand Theft Auto 4 is definitely going to go down in the history books as one of the good ones. I mean, we're biased. We've talked so many times before how much we love this one specifically, but yeah. So those are some old-ass games that we wanted to talk about today. I don't mean that old, like, I mean no disrespect, but some surprisingly old games today. And we want to see how this works as a series, so let us know what you think about this trip down memory lane, and what other games you'd want to talk about from 15 years ago, or 20 years ago, or whatever. Is there a game that you looked up when it originally released and you were totally surprised by how old it actually is? Let's talk about those down in the comments. Anything you got for us, hit us up for ideas for another video. But if you like this one, clicking the like button helps us out. Thank you. But we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens. Save on essentials and more only at Walgreens.
If you've been watching this channel for a while, then you'll know that we just can't get enough of bad video games. We've spent many hours ranking games from worst to best, chronicling the most horrible games of each year, and even devoting time every fortnight to playing those that are worst and most.
But have you ever stopped to wonder which games rank as the most egregious of all time? You could go and look it up online, but why would you do that when we've done all the hard work for you and put it together in this handy-dandy hours-long video? You're welcome.
Before we get into our entries, it's worth clarifying the criteria that we've used to put this list together. We've trawled through the archives of both Metacritic and Game Rankings to find the 101 worst reviewed video games of all time. A title must have received at least 7 professional reviews in order to qualify, as it helps to ensure the averages are fair and not skewed by the views of one particularly grumpy critic.
Wherever a game's score differs between Metacritic and Game Rankings, we've gone with whichever one is lower. We must also remind you that this list is accurate at the time of writing, but although we are quite good, even we can't predict what future games will garner.
This is the Vanish holster right here. It is arguably the world's most comfortable holster. First thing you need to know about it, you don't need a belt with a Vanish holster. This built-in belt right here allows you to carry in any kind of clothing, whether that's basketball shorts, sweatpants, or if you're a female, you want to wear a dress, you can wear this holster all day long super comfortably. And comfort really is key with the Vanish holster. What I did when I designed this is I made it with a yoga pants material here on the inside. Now there is a scientific term for it, but all you need to know is this is a performance material that is super comfortable. It wicks away sweat and doesn't absorb odor. I actually extended that same material into the belt itself, which means that when you're wearing this, you don't have to worry about this holster being slimy or stinky. Now the belt itself is 3.5 inches tall, which I've discovered is the perfect height for a belt like this. That's because if it's too skinny, when you bend over, it's going to dig into your side or dig into your stomach, and if it's too big, it's going to feel like you're wearing body armor or a corset. Not that comfortable. On the other side of the holster, we have the holster itself made out of 1000D Cordura. This is a super tough material. The military uses it a ton because it's not only tough, it's super flexible. Because it's so tough, this holster is going to last you a lifetime. That's going to save you a ton of money over the course of 10 or 15 years.
Many series go on and on and on, but what about ones that just kind of fall by the wayside? Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, 10 of the best game series that have been forgotten. Starting off with number 10 is Mercenaries, the last game of which was Mercenaries 2 World in Flames, which came out on August 31st, 2008. Now, Mercenaries Playground of Destruction is just a fantastic game. It came to us from Pandemic Studios. It was a sandbox game. Came to the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, the original Xbox. It's kind of an insane story. It takes place in North Korea. But to boil down the mechanics, you're obviously a mercenary, and you have to quote-unquote verify targets. And now what that means is you either kill the target and take a picture, or you subdue the target and airlift them. Most of the time, you get way more for capturing them than you do for killing them. And then it also has something to do with cards that I'm not going to get into. If you remember the game, you know what I'm talking about, and you know that if I explain that, I'm going to be talking for a while. It's not particularly complex, but it sounds complex because it has to do with different suits and yada yada. You get the point. The sequel was a little rushed. It wasn't quite as good. It kind of just felt like plopping the mercenaries into another controversial country, Venezuela this time. And they kind of tonally shifted it from a kind of oppressive looking game to a more colorful game. Because Venezuela is, as you know, a somewhat tropical country. This was a game that got delayed a lot, like multiple times a year between 2006 and 2008. And allegedly EA Studios forced a basically unfinished release of the game. And keep in mind this was on PlayStation 2, 3, and Xbox 360, which yes did have internet access, not so much the PS2, but the PS3 and the 360. But patches weren't really a normal part of console games at this point. They did actually put out a free patch, which kind of also functioned as its first DLC, added 6 new characters, co-op, and actually cheats, because this was still back in the era where some games still had some kind of cheats. But it was a kind of a case of too little too late. It wasn't a good enough game by the standards of the first. It certainly wasn't as bad as a lot of critics called it, but it wasn't something that captured the magic of the first. There was a third one planned, but it got shelved due to the performance of the second. Reputation wasn't very good. Sales weren't as good. And yeah, that kind of sucks. They changed up the mechanics a little bit, and it didn't work out. And as you know, Pandemic Studios was another example of EA just like brutalizing a great developer. And number 9 is Final Fight, which in some ways was kind of actually the inspiration for Streets of Rage. It came out a couple years earlier and in arcades. It's Capcom. I mean, Capcom knows fighting, and this is a fantastic series of games. The last release was Final Fight Double Impact in 2010, which is just a compilation. The actual final game was Final Fight Streetwise, which was a game, like you can definitely call it that. I don't really know how Streetwise exists. It really should not have been called Final Fight anything, even though it actually continues the story of Final Fight 3. It really just does not live up to what Final Fight was, though. Final Fight was a fantastic series. It just really nailed the 2D beat 'em up. Kind of defined it in a lot of ways. I remember playing all the originals for the Super Nintendo back in the day. And like, the thing that sucks is Streets of Rage had a 4th entry that came out recently, and it's great, like it's a really good game, but it also makes you go, I wish they'd do this for Final Fight. I don't know, Capcom's been listening to fans a little bit more in recent years, so maybe sometime we will see a new traditional style Final Fight game in the vein of Streets of Rage.
Wow, I forgot the camera was back there. I thought I had put it back up here. Ain't that some shit? I need to stop for some lunch. I'm hungry. I didn't even. Well, I had a shake this morning, a couple hours ago, but I think I need to eat some real food. Damn. I didn't outline his hair. I can't believe I forgot to turn the camera, put the camera back up here. What the hell? Oh, I had, I moved the camera back to the TV to take a smoke break, and then I had to take a bathroom break. And I guess when I came back from the bathroom, I just neglected YouTube. My bad, guys. I actually want to, you know what? I could. Actually, maybe, potentially, if I can find that one little brush, would this work? I guess this one could work. I just want to block his hair in all the way. That's real simple. Bro, I'm feeling the same way, my guy. You know how some buds be doing you different, whether it's an indica or sativa or whatever, a hybrid. Man, some of them shits, sometimes them shits give me energy, sometimes they make me sleepy. Sometimes them shit be making me super hungry, bro. Whatever I got now, man, that shit just, like, I don't know, but that shit give me super munchies. But we all should be hungry. It's almost lunchtime. It's right before noon. If I would have ate a big breakfast this morning, I would have been good. But I just had a shake, a protein shake after the gym this morning. It's not bad. I put some peanut butter in it, but normally I'll throw like peanut butter and a banana or something in there in the smoothie so that shit can be more filling. I ain't had no damn bananas this morning. So that shit done wore off now. Damn. I feel like I got so much shit to do today, but I do want to play video games. And then the homie just hit me up talking about do I got the new Payday. I know I asked Blunt Move about it. He said he was gonna get Payday, or he had it and just didn't download it yet or something. But yeah, but I don't have Payday. I do want to play some games today. We had that double XP weekend for Call of Duty. I was trying to rack up as many fucking games as I could. Cause now the new leveling system, like, you gotta level up weird to like unlock different kind of shit. So I was really trying to take advantage of that shit. How do you like it? And the thing, I seen it on the PlayStation Store. Well, I guess it was, well, Cyber Monday too, but for Black Friday, I guess that shit was only like $30, yo. Yeah, cause y'all played the last one together. That's why I might. Oh, I keep forgetting you 2 hours behind in the Colorado region. I always keep forgetting that shit. You talking about you hungry as fuck too? It's only 9:30 for you, bruh. You better go have a cup of coffee. I'll get it. Oh man, I'll definitely pick it up. Cause Blunt Mover, you, and now the other homie, B Woo, talking about he got it. So that's all I be caring about. Like, I don't mind playing games with just random motherfuckers online, but if my homies online, that shit just make it better. Y'all rather play games with y'all motherfuckers. So when I fuck up or do some stupid shit, I don't get cursed out or kicked out the fucking game. Well, no, I've had some homies kick me out the fucking game. I love playing shooters and all that shit, man. I just don't be the best at it. And random niggas online just get too mad and too easy about fucking video games. Especially new games. Like, I just started playing this shit, man. I don't even know what to do yet. And then motherfuckers don't want to help you and explain like how to actually play the game and this and that. And then they get mad when you fuck up. And I was like, nah, bro. But hell, a brand new game and all y'all got it. Like I say, I can just hop right online and get online with y'all guys and not fuck with no goddamn weirdo random motherfuckers. Trophy chasing once you get the team synced in, and that's what I see too, because I did have the last Payday and I tried because the hype for the new one was all up, and so I was like, let me try to play this shit because I ain't never played the game before. So I played the last one and jumped in the online match, and we was robbing the bank or something, and I wound up like setting off the alarm, or I alerted a guard or something. And the other dudes in the match with me, they just instantly kicked me out that bitch, yo. Just instantly. He booted me. I was like, yo, this is my first time ever playing. Like, this was my very, very first game. My first game. They just like, doo-doo. I was like, damn, bro. He's like, oh man, look, you fucking up. I'm like, yo, bro, tell me what to do. You don't want to talk until it's too late. I was like, yo, this is my first time. What we doing? Motherfucker just quiet. Yo, where we going? Motherfuckers ain't say nothing. All right, bro, I'm just follow you. Start following the one guy. And I said I did something to fuck the shit up. Then they just kicked me. Oh, you motherfucker, this and that, man. Y'all ain't talked the whole time until I fucked up. Yeah, anyway. Let me, damn, I did 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours? That's not too bad. Let me go fix my ass something to eat. I'll probably, I'll probably do stream some video games for a little while, though. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll catch y'all in a little while. Peace.